Hello everybody, it's me again, Rob, and today I wanted to go back in time, back about almost 4 years ago. So I want to go back to the first episode of my show, The Word of Rob, and on that first episode of The Word of Rob, I discussed what I was discussing how to deal with a dead-end job, how I didn't like it at the time, how it was affecting me. You see my condition, I wasn't in the best of conditions. Let's just say I was drunk when I was talking to y'all. That didn't stop me from talking to you about my situation that was going on. A lot of the situation that was going on back then wasn't my own doing. Everybody knows the story. I don't have to tell it again. I don't feel like telling it again. But a lot of what happened at that time was my fault. So even though I was working a dead-end job and stuff was going on at that job, which was McDonald's at the time, it wasn't going anywhere. And then from then on, I went to do the bill collecting, which wasn't going anywhere either. But I did that too, and then after that, I quit that job. But today I wanted to discuss, I wanted to reiterate, 4 years later almost, I wanted to talk about the dead-end job issue. I wanted to talk about that today because, the job I'm working at now, unlike that job before, unlike McDonald's, unlike I go all the way back. I worked at this warehouse called Fat Albert's 99-cent store. It wanted to be a little bit more than a 99-cent store because it sold TVs and clothes and stuff. But it was an overrated 99-cent store, and I worked there, and it was bad. They had illegal immigrants working there. And they didn't treat them well because a lot of them didn't know the labor laws of the land, and the Jew owners took advantage of it. So it was what it was. I was making minimum wage, which was, I don't know how many I was making minimum wage at that time. Minimum wage at that time was $5.15, and I was making about $5.95. So I wasn't making minimum wage at that time, but it was considering what rates, what wages are now, it's pretty good. And I worked a lot of hours, and I did a lot for that money that I had to work for. And they pretty much worked you. I can't say it works you like a slave because slaves never got paid for their labor. So it worked me like a slave. It was more like indentured servitude, cheap labor, if you will. But it was bad news. But I'm gonna get to the point when I'm done explaining my work history, and then I'm gonna get to my point. I'm trying to find. Then I worked, and I was all, I fired from there, from doing what I did. And I worked a couple of years, and then when I moved to Texas, of course, I worked at McDonald's. I did that for almost 2 years until I finally decided to get out of that for the reasons y'all know about. And then I did the bill collecting, which I did that for almost a year until I quit that because of the personal issues I had at the time with delay, why, because I got to explain that. And I'm back. That one back here. Fast forward. Been here, went to Texas, did nothing, got married, whatever. Got back here and all this, and now I'm working at this survey center. And it hurts my heart to talk about this place because they tell you don't talk about your job for people to see, because they might look at you and they have a reason to want to reprimand you. But I look at it this way: hell, I ain't do nothing there. I didn't do nothing to have them rub me the wrong way, have them treat me the way they treat me. Shit, I haven't been working all week for no apparent reason, just because we ain't got no work for you. Excuse my language. Bullshit. I don't believe that for 1 second. I believe it's all a plan to, because a lot of us have been there for a little bit. That place there is nothing but, my sister brought up a good point. It might, I'm not going to say it's ran by mafiosos, but what goes on there is a little odd. It's a little odd. It's strange. It's not good. The way they treat their employees, the way they're like paying, that you gotta force their hand to pay you. I don't get it. But the point I'm trying to make is, with this world being the way it is today, the job market being the way it is today, and how you got people out there with college degrees, bachelor's, master's degrees out there looking for work. I work with people that have bachelor's and master's degrees, working a lowly minimum wage job that barely puts food on the table, barely pays the rent, barely pays your utility bills. And it's sad, because me, I don't have no higher than a high school education. So, I'm on the low end of the totem pole in terms of the higher end scale. I can get work, but it'll be much harder for me than, say, somebody that has an associate degree, or even a master's or a bachelor's degree. Any kind of a certificate, something saying they got a further education. And what I'm trying to say is, is that at some point, I know that I'm gonna have to further my education along in some way, shape, or form. Dead-end jobs, not the way to go. I will never get a career out of working a dead-end job. I don't care what anybody says about McDonald's or whatever other place they do management for. That's not a career. That's just a prolonged. You'll be a zombie. Because at the end, you'll be dead. It's a dead end. You get nothing at the end of the day. 20 years of working McDonald's will get you nothing. Get that to anybody and everybody that's listening to me. Working at a fast food, working in little menial jobs, 10, 20 years will get you nowhere. So, what I'm saying is like I can take my own advice I'm about to give you. You get back to school. If you got the education, you might have to further along your education. Because this world right now, it's cruel. It's cruel. It's bad. It's really bad. I see it every day. I see it. I get excited. I'm getting excited now because I didn't work all week and I didn't know how I'm going to pay my rent. I'm working, I still don't know how I'm gonna pay my freaking rent. How shit is it? I look down at my table here and I see the check that finally came from me doing my service for the state of New York, which is a good thing, because that means I can at least pay my rent for next week, not this week, because I get paid for this, but next week I can pay my rent. This should be extra money. This should be money for me. This should be money that I can do something. But no, I gotta, just because my job claimed they ain't got no work, I gotta use my extra money. My money that I didn't, this jury duty business, that's another subject for another day, but it was a complete waste of time. But I got paid for it, got every bit of the money that was tax free like they said, so whatever. But it was a complete waste of time, but I got paid for it, and this should be my money, compensate my time for being stressed out, how would I say, my time, at that time I needed money at work, but this took it over. But I got paid for it. But my job's another thing about my job still owe me money for this. But I'm not going to discuss that on here either, because that's an issue that I'm going to have to deal with personally, and I might have to do something where I don't have a job at all. But I'm not going to discuss this on here, because this might be used as evidence. So let me shut my mouth on that subject. All I have to say is to y'all out there that's on the fringe, that y'all were either working, not working, or y'all working but y'all working at menial jobs. I know it's hard, but we gotta fight. We gotta fight out there, because I don't know. We gotta fight. Do something. It's just sad. I see my co-workers, and I'm not the only one. The sad thing is, I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one going through this. I got a good friend of mine. I got a couple of people that I know, that I work with, good friends of mine, that's going through the motions because of this freaking job and their ways. But I'm not gonna let them keep me down. I'm gonna leave there soon, real soon. I've been there for 5 months. Five useless months. It don't even seem like I've been there for 5 months and I ain't even work. I ain't even work a full 5 months. Not by my own doing. If I wanted a vacation, I would take a vacation. They kind of forced a vacation on me, and didn't get paid for it either. So all I can say is, watch out. Let's get it together, people. Get it together. Get our education on. Get our education right. Do better for ourselves. This shit here, it ain't cutting. It ain't cutting, ladies and gentlemen. It's not cutting at all. Don't pray on it. Don't pray on it. And I hope y'all pray on it too. Because we're gonna get it done. 2011 and furthermore. Like I said, this is the positive movement of rock. This is about God now. It was always it's about rock. Now it's about God. A positive movement. We're gonna get it done. We're gonna get it done, ladies and y'all. Just keep your head up. Keep reaching for the sky. We can do it. We can do it. And I'm gonna cut it right now. I just want to get my point across there. So, till next time, y'all have a blessed evening, day, or if you're watching my video.